It's closing time for AUX softball, and the title of champion is up in the air here in San Diego. After 8 days of top-level competition, only 148 points separated first through seventh coming into today's final doubleheader. It's been a feast for all fans. A champion gets crowned today, a name etched in Athletes Unlimited history. The final game. Game number 18 of AUX softball. Team Zerkle and Team Fischer will finish things off here in San Diego as we crown a champion tonight. Rachel Garcia signed an autograph. She climbed her way up the leaderboard in very impressive fashion, trailing just her captain, Danielle O'Toole. There's Sam Fischer. She's in 11th place, hoping to make a late charge up the leaderboard. The scoring system that we will show you as this game goes on will be the ticket. 2 weeks of competition split into 3 series, and it all comes down to the next couple hours here in San Diego. Alongside the All-American Madison Shipman, I'm Chucky Kemp. We've made it to the end, and we will crown a champion in just a couple hours, but it's not over yet.
Well, all these athletes' hard work in the offseason comes down to just one game. There's been so many changes in the leaderboard, especially when you get those win points. That's how you jump up. But my mind goes to somebody that has been consistent since the start of AUX, and that's Deja Mulipola. She's been on some winning teams, but she has gotten it done with her bat day in and day out, has one of the best swings here in Athletes Unlimited. This is what she did on a pitch inside. I still don't think this ball has landed yet. Left her bat at 80.6 miles per hour exit velocity, 40 points on that home run, but she's got her work cut out for her going up against the rookie in Georgina Korick out there in the circle, coming in off of her career at USF, paints all parts of the strike zone. She doesn't have just one pitch she can rely on, but she can truly work all of her pitches in every part of the zone, and it's been that changeup, that devastating off-speed pitch that's led to a lot of strikeouts so far.
Here it is, the win points. They will need those if they want a chance to chase that top spot. Individual stats, of course, as well, and then the MVP voting, which we were tracking so closely in Game 1 today, and we'll show you those Game 1 MVPs early in our Game 2 of our doubleheader. Rachel Fico gets the start. She finished Game 1, wasn't able to come out on top. 1 and 2, a 4.44 ERA. Can Fico get it done in the circle?
Several seasons of professional softball underneath her belt. She's not going to blow you away with her velocity, but she mixes her spins. She has elite movement, and she's going to mix speeds as well. When you watch them swing, you're going to see a lot of these batters way out in front, and that's because of that deceptive speed change that she has on her pitches.
Speaking of speed, it's not super deceptive, but Haley McClenny leads things off, followed by Morgan Zerkle in the 2 spot. Deja Mulipola, second most MVP points in the season, will be in the 4 spot. Here's McClenny. She did this the other day.
Yeah, this is how she started off the ball game too. A drop ball inside from Alyssa Denham, and she drove that one over the right field wall. She is somebody that has so many tools coming from the left side. She can drop a bunt, she can slap, but also she can leave the yard.
McClenny out of Alabama to lead things off against Rachel Fico, the final game of AUX softball. 2 weeks, 18 games. All of these players have played 3 doubleheaders now, 1 each series. That has come fast and furious. And it comes down to this right here. The leaderboard has been the tightest we've ever seen in Athletes Unlimited softball. It's the first season of AUX, but this has been so close. We came into the day and we kind of figured the top 17 players, based on what we had seen from the biggest performances that you can have, that we have seen on the field at AUX, the top 17 players were in it coming into this day, which is incredible.
Well, I think we're seeing such a tight race here towards the end of the season because of the way that the hitters have performed here at AUX. I feel like back in previous seasons of Athletes Unlimited, it's truly been a pitcher right there at the top that has dominated from the start of the season to the end of the season. You take Kat Osterman in the first season of Athletes Unlimited, and even last year with Alicia Ocasio working both sides as well. She can play in the field, she can hit, but also what she was able to do in the circle. And this season, the hitters have really stepped up.
McClenny left side, Sis Bates quickly to first. There's one down.
Walking into the plate for Team Zerkle, left fielder from Marshall. And the captain, number 18.
has her eyes set on a Geico Defensive MVP. She's in your top picks. That'll be announced at the conclusion of our final game right here. Morgan Zerkle up next out of Marshall from Milton, West Virginia. Team captain for the first time here in the final week of AUX. Zerkle comes in 4th place. One of her teammates above her, Deja Mulipola, 128 points back of first, and Danielle O'Toole. So Zerkle would need some individual stat points. So you look at the game as a whole winning. If they won all 7 innings in the game, that's 120 points. She would be just shy. She will need to do something as an individual too to be able to reach the top of the leaderboard. We've seen her in the 9-hole, we've seen her in the 2-hole. It really doesn't matter where she's at, she produces. Fico has her off balance there, 2-2.
I know we were curious coming into this 3rd series if she was going to keep herself in that 9 spot, because she has been so successful in that spot through the first 2 series of this season. And she started off Series 3 in that 9 spot, but then she moved her way up into that 2 spot, thinking having more opportunities to put the ball in play.
Sis Bates at short takes care of it. Where would you be if you're captaining your own team? Where would you put yourself in the lineup?
If I'm a hitter like Morgan Zerkle, or if I'm a hitter like I was?
If you're yourself.
If I am myself, I'm putting myself either 3rd or 4th in the lineup. Yeah, I would go 3rd or 4th. That way I could watch what my teammates are doing in front of me, maybe put somebody like a Morgan Zerkle in front of me, a lefty slapper that has a lot of tools coming from the left side, because you want to set the table for some of your big-time power hitters in the lineup, somebody like a Sydney Romero, who has been fantastic throughout this season.
Big-time power hitter, huh?
You know, I had to throw it out there. Not anymore. Now I just get to talk about these young women.
Sydney Romero, big-time power hitter, huh? Big-time power hitter, huh? Sydney Romero!
And we got a home run for number 2, Sydney Romero. And that's 40 home run.
Sydney Romero just wanted to prove to you, Chucky, what you do when you're put in the 3 spot in the lineup, and that is go yard. That's how you set the tone for the rest of your offense right from the start of this ball game, top of the 1st inning. Knowing Rachel Fico is going to try to bring something up in the zone. Look at the way that she takes her barrel to this pitch. Hits the bottom half of that rise ball moving up in the zone and drives it a long way over that left field wall to give her team the early lead.
Sets Team Zerkle up for 10 inning points here in the 1st. Deja Mulipola's turn. Doesn't get easier with 2 outs. Ball Deja hit yesterday over the left field wall. Landed in the parking lot behind the bleachers. I think that was one of the furthest home runs I've ever seen hit.
It traveled a long way. And I think we joked last night that it might still be in orbit. I think we saw a couple of long foul balls hit yesterday, but the one that Deja hit just got all of it.
Sydney Romero into the 5 spot, 66 points behind Morgan Zerkle. Sydney's not out of this. It would take a big game, but she is not out of this yet.
She's off to a good start, too. 40 points already.
There's 8 points for Mulipola. So both Romero sisters here in San Diego, back in their home state, not far from where they grew up and dominated on the youth fields. First look at Nadia Taylor with a runner on. Ball 1 outside. One-0 to Nadia. Comes way inside. It's that one toward the dugout of Team Fischer. Rough day for Nadia yesterday.
Really tough. Started off with that ground ball at 3rd base. Got hit by a pitch yesterday.
Nadia pops this one up and it goes out of play. 1-2, Fico trying to limit the damage. way out in front. Do you switch it here or you keep going?
I was going to say, Rachel Fico knows the scouting report on Nadia Taylor. She likes to swing at those inside pitches. And if you want to try to get back into the count, she'll swing at those pitches way inside.
Tough one for Sis Bates to second, safe. And Mulipola thought she was out. She was heading back to the dugout. Sam Fisher's thinking about it. And she was looking at Charlotte Morgan. She's having a conversation with the umpire in the field.
Taking another look at this play, hitting into 5-6 hole. So Sis Bates had to move to her right, throws it over. It looks like she's out from that view. Take another look at it. Yeah, I definitely think she's out. I think that Sam Fisher is going to go ahead and review this play.
So a challenge from Fisher. They get 2 in the game. She's using her first right here. Just challenging the play call at second base of Mulipola safe. These are all of the challenge criteria. Yeah, I think she's out.
Yeah, she looks out to me from that view.
And
Yes,
Mike
sir.
Rayner is ready to make the call.
We have a challenge of the call at second base, and after further review, the call is overturned. The runner is out.
So
Okay.
the call at
Thank you,
second
guys.
base overturned. Mulipola out at second, and that will end the top of the first inning. Wensbeck is happy with the umpiring crew there. Team Zerkle ahead, though.
Sydney Romero in that 3 spot, coming through clutch, a rise ball up and inside, right in her wheelhouse, sends that one over the left field wall for a solo shot to give Team Zerkle the early lead.
Thanks to Sydney Romero's solo home run, Team Zerkle leading Team Fisher and in line for the first inning points, 1-0. Game 1 MVPs. We talked about this scenario. If O'Toole and Garcia both got it, as long as it wasn't Garcia 1, O'Toole 3, Danielle O'Toole would be safe. There you go. Posing. You're top of the leaderboard. Danielle O'Toole is enjoying herself while waiting for the results of the final game. Now, there is still a number of players that can do this. These are the most single game points that we've seen. Deja Mulipola's up there. We've seen what Rachel Garcia can do. Those came in a double header to start this series. There are 5 players in this game within 250 points of the leader. So we've seen a 250-point performance from Mulipola and Danielle Gibson. There are 5 players that fit in that little number that could potentially chase, and really it could be more. I mean, you would have to have a monster game, but you could get more than that.
And that's what makes this situation so fun too, because you don't know what's going to happen. And you know that Georgina Corrick's going to do whatever she can to try to prevent some of these batters from having big days off of her. And you look at the numbers and the points that they were able to put up, and it's because they have good days at the plate. But it's going to be hard going up against Corrick because she's somebody, again, who works all parts of the strike zone. She does not just rely on one pitch, and it's that changeup. She'll throw it back to back, back to back to back even. I love that pitch coming out of her hand.
She's been really effective in the circle, looks very confident out there, has been attacking hitters. Just misses outside. It's 3-1 to Victoria Hayward to start off the game. Tracking the leaderboard in the stands. Everybody trying to figure out what needs to happen. Nadia Taylor rushing in on the run, gets Hayward at first.
Nadia Taylor really worked on her defense in the offseason. You could see how she was creeping up, and as soon as she saw Hayward's hands turn to square, took off running to field that bunt. Nice job by the third baseman.
Zerkle, McClenny, Ocasio around the outfield. Taylor and Sydney Romero on the left, Filler and Piper on the right. Deja Mulipola behind the plate, catching Georgina Korick. Nadia Taylor has been outstanding at third base here at AUX. Wiggins the batter, 1-1 count to Megan Wiggins, who had a pair of hits and a walk in the first game of the day. Out of the University of Georgia. Part of some tremendous Georgia Bulldog teams. Lisa Goler, Taylor Schlopey, we talked about those teams that just could absolutely swing it.
They had the home run record at Georgia for a long time. It was just broken by this 2022 Georgia team.
Megan Wiggins still getting it done, but swings through that one. Korick has been spectacular, and that's out number 2.
Off-speed pitch. We talked about it. Here it is. That downward movement on it too. It's not a pitch that just kind of floats up in the zone, but it's got that last-minute bite to it. Really nice pitch.
The captain, Sam Fischer, who needs a big game. Probably more than anything, needs to win a lot of innings and needs to win this game to have a realistic shot. A base hit would move Fischer into 10th place above Sierra Romero. Inside ball 2. One way or another, Sam Fischer going to be feeling really good going into the championship season in Rosemont. 2-1 fouled back and out of play.
I think the further and further you get removed from college, it's all about trying to figure out what works best for you in your work in the off-season. And Sam Fischer changed things up this off-season, really saw a lot more live pitching. She wanted those at-bats, and it's paying off for her.
Fischer lifts this to left field. Zerkle right on the line and makes the grab for out number 3. What's new for Georgina Korick? A 1-2-3 inning. That's 10 inning win points for every member of Team Zerkle. To the second inning we go. Well, we have enjoyed our time here in San Diego State. The fans have loved every minute of it. And it's still not done yet. 6 innings to go of AUX softball here at SDSU. 1-0 Team Zerkle leading Team Fischer. To the second inning we go. Our next WNBA game's Tuesday night. Ryan Howard and the Dream taking on Elena Deladon and the Mystics. Catch that game at 7 Eastern on ESPN2. And the app, Dream already 8 wins. That's as many as they had all of last season. Now, Lily Piper will lead things off. This is what she's looking to do. This is how you can earn hitter stat points. Hits, stolen bases, sacrifice, walk, or hit by pitch, and you can get caught stealing. That's the only way you can go backwards. Line shot, center field. Base hit for Piper to lead off the inning.
Really nice job by Lily Piper there, swinging at the first pitch that she sees, driving it back up the middle to try to get something going for her team. I like that adjustment too. Yesterday she seemed a little bit more passive up at the plate, and we're used to seeing her being very aggressive. Pays off for her here.
Jordan Roberts up next. Watches ball 1 upstairs. I have to think that hit from Piper as a hitter to sit on the off speed and to connect that well, that's got to feel good.
Just to be able to execute a game plan too. And I like that game plan of going up there, sitting a pitch that's an off-speed pitch, knowing that Rachel Fico mixes speeds a lot. So you're probably going to see at least one in at bat.
This one out in the right center field. Mariah Mazon cuts it off. Piper into third. And it's first and third with nobody out. Great start for Team Zerkle.
Nice swing by Jordan Roberts. She started off this AUX season red hot. Hasn't been able to find her way up the plate, but here coming through, nice base hit out to right center field. And Lily Piper with speed, rounding second, goes all the way to third base.
Conversation here. Sam Fischer, Gwen Svekis talking to the infield. Piper, definitely no issue there with her hand, but messing with her throwing hand there. She's at third. Roberts is at first, and Andrea Filler is at the plate. Big chance here in the second inning. Inside, ball one. Filler out of Northwestern. First season of Athletes Unlimited. Base hit would move Filler into 6th place on our Geico leaderboard. Andrea Filler was just 8 points shy of Sam Fischer for the 3rd captain spot after Series 1. Just wonder, one more inning or one more base hit, how much different would the field look right now? I mean, that's how close these things are as we move on. The teams would look so much different based on how she would draft versus Fischer. 3-1. Got a piece of this one. Left field. Wiggins to the fence, and she brings it back in. That might have been gone. Megan Wiggins makes a snag. Piper will score, but it could have been so much worse.
Andrea Filler just inches away from a 3-run shot. Megan Wiggins, a veteran in this league, tracks this ball all the way to the fence. The timing too, you see her right hand out reaching for that wall so that she knows exactly where she's at, snags that one up in the air and then fires it all the way to second base to make sure that Jordan Roberts didn't have an opportunity to tag up.
It's a 2-run lead, but Wiggins keeps it from being 4-0. Patrolling left field in the pro ranks for a long, long time. Alicia Ocasio gets her first look at the plate. We've seen her in the lineup more consistently here in Series 3. Talking to Haley McClenny. Not a bad one to talk to on deck if you want to talk through some things about this at bat. What are those conversations like?
It's got to be scouting report, what you're going to see out of Rachel Fico.
Casio under it, Sis Bates tracking it, waves off Wiggins, 2 away.
I think that's something important too, to rely on your teammates to give you those scouting reports, whether you're a pitcher in the circle or a hitter up at the plate. You have to have that constant communication with your teammates in this league, especially when there's such a short turnaround. There's a little bit of time for film, but not a ton of time like you're gonna have in the championship season, have a few more days to practice together. So in this AUX season, so important to rely on your teammates to help you out.
Back to the top of the order. Haley McClenny grounded out to Sis Bates, her first time up. McClenny in 9th place. A lot of differences in the AUX season versus the championship season. One of them, obviously the smaller field, you get rid of one of the teams, but instead of 4 medals awarded at the end of AUX, it will be 3 medals and the Geico Defensive MVP. So we're talking a lot about the champion, and we will continue to track that, but one thing to keep in mind, I mean, top 10 finish is outstanding in this field, but a top 3 finish, you get a medal around your neck, you're feeling pretty good.
But I think another big difference too is the double headers that they're playing here in AUX. They're not going to be playing double headers during the championship season.
McClenny rips it foul.
I think when you have those double headers thrown in there, a lot more strategy and a lot more thought has to go into who you draft as far as your pitchers go and how you use them throughout the series. Taking a look at Deja Mulipola, who just came out swinging in this AUX season, has been so consistent up at the plate. I know we stress a lot, but every little thing matters in Athletes Unlimited, and it's so important. You do not take a pitch off, you do not take an at-bat off. The people that you're seeing succeed are the ones that are constantly learning, adjusting, and getting better as the season goes on. And also you throw in a couple of fantastic performances in game, and that's what shoots you up to the top of the leaderboard.
Tapped left side, Bates, of course, smothers it and flips to Gano at second for out number 3. But another run coming across for Team Zerkle. 2-0, they lead it. Deja Mulipola needs to climb 2 spots into the top. There's our Geico leaderboard. 2-0, Team Fischer needs at least 1 run to roll the inning points over. 10 on the line here in the second. We continue to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Title IX with the last 2 parts of our 4-part docuseries, 37 Words, about the battle for equal rights in education and athletics, the efforts to nullify its impact, and how this landmark civil rights law still resonates today. Parts 3 and 4 premiere Tuesday at 8 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Plus immediately following the premieres. Let's check in with the 3rd member of our team, Key Michael.
Hey guys, I am back with Rick. I feel like it's a full circle moment because I got to interview you on day 1. You've been helping me find guests since then, and now here we are, final day. I get to chat to you again. And your daughter is in the running to be in the final spot. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel good. I'm happy for her. And if she's in the running, means she's doing well.
Yep.
And yeah, just enjoying being out here watching the games.
Supportive dad.
Watching all the girls.
You've
play.
literally been here every single day.
Every game, yeah.
That's so great. And when you guys go and you have a post-game dinner, do you talk about the leaderboard? Do you talk about the points? Do you talk about the draft?
We don't really talk about the leaderboard much. Where she ends up is, you know, not that big of a deal. If she's up there, that means she's doing well. But we talk about the games and things that have happened in the game, things maybe to improve on or do better. She's always open to talking about the game, whether she does well or not. So.
And is this sort of a warm-up for Chicago coming up? I feel like she's had a really good league season. It's a short one, only 2 weeks, but it's been a full season, and a lot of girls have been using this as a chance to get some hits, to get some pitches in on live batters. Has she had the same thing out here?
Right, yeah, it's huge, I think, to be able to face the live pitching and get at bats against these pitchers are awesome. So to be able to do that going into Chicago,
thank you,
is a big thing. Yeah.
I thank you so much for being on the broadcast, and good luck, Snitches.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. Courtney Gano, just in time. She is on fire right now and ties the game, wins the inning points. Wow.
Her swings up at the plate just keep getting better and better and better. Sticking to the process, sticking with the game plan, going after a specific pitch. This is a rise ball working its way up and inside, and she gets her barrel out in front of her, launches it into the trees in left field. 2 runs come across to score and tie up this ball game in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
She better be headed to the chair right now.
That spot has been such good luck for her. But she talked to us about how she was sticking with that process, trusting in the hard work that she put in the offseason, and she knew it was going to pay off eventually, and now it is.
She was on the field between the games after a great performance in Game 1. She had 3 hits and 4 at-bats, scored twice. She was on the field with her son, though, carrying him around between games. They were watering the field, and she kind of yelled out to the grounds crew guy, and he sprayed him with the water, and her son was having a blast. It was a really cool moment.
What a special thing, too, for him to be able to see his mom out there competing and succeeding. And hearing her talk before the season started, she said she was just really happy to compete last year, but really she turned it up to a new level coming into this AUX season. She wanted to win some things.
What a swing. Svekis did it earlier. Gano said, see, I'm just like you.
I think those home run balls landed in similar spots, too.
This one spins to Filler at second. 2 outs. Last chance here in the second. Allie Harrell. One swing of the bat so big to tie this game. Give them 10 inning points for everybody on Team Fischer. That's what we said for Sam Fischer, who's at the top of their team on the leaderboard. That's what she needs. She needs a huge individual game, but they have got to win the game. They've got to win a bunch of innings, and Gano delivered for her. 1-0 to Harrell from Corrick. Strike one.
Not you, good job. Here you go, Allie.
Curveball inside to Allie Harrell.
Yeah, Allie.
Brings this count to even.
Hey, I like it.
1-2. Rookie from Marshall was 0 for 4 in the first game, struck out a couple times, but did her job in the final inning to give them a chance, moving the runner over to third, the first batter in the 8th. That run would come in, but they weren't able to get the last one.
Got a girl. Yes, Allie.
2-2.
Here we go. Yes, 1-4. How about it, Allie? Here you go.
Outside 3-2. Harrell may be learning as this goes on. She swung at a couple of those in game one, and there's Courtney Gano with the family.
And her son Gregory. He got a great view of the field before the ball game.
That is so cool. Harrell out in front of McClenny to restart things with 2 outs.
Good at bat by Allie Harrell, taking a couple of close pitches outside. She has one of the best eyes in the game. Ended up with 175 career walks at Marshall. Watched those marginal pitches, got one that she could get enough barrel on to drop out into center field for a 2-out base hit.
Gives Sis Bates a chance now against Georgina Corrick. Sis swinging first pitch, fouls it back out of play. Bates led off yesterday for this team because Victoria Hayward was gone, but now back in the 9-hole. She was 1 for 3 in game one. One and one. Slaps that right off the top of Mulipola's, looks just skidded across the top of Mulipola's mask. Corrick trying to get out of it right here. 2 runs across on the shot from Gano. Swing and a miss. And that's how it ends. 2-2 as we go to the 3rd inning in San Diego on the final night of AUX softball.
Courtney Gano told us she was going to do whatever it takes to get some wins, and how about this, a 2-run shot to tie up this ball game.
Two apiece between Team Zerkle and Team Fischer. The final game of AUX softball from San Diego, and if you are upset that it's ending today, there is plenty more to come. July 21st, lacrosse begins in Maryland. July 29th, just 8 days later, softball, the championship season in Rosemont, Illinois. It'll be all over ESPN family of networks. Visit auprosports.com for more info. Those 2 sports, volleyball, basketball, whatever you're looking for, Athletes Unlimited is delivering. Got to talk to John Patrikoff, co-founder and CEO of Athletes Unlimited in game one. Just love the excitement that he talks about, them hearing from the fans, from the players. I know he's excited about where this is going. The future is bright, certainly for softball, but all the Athletes Unlimited sports. Here's Sydney Romero and what she did last time.
Took a rise ball up and inside and drove this one a long way. It was a solo shot, but I think it set the tone for the rest of the offense. The goal is always to try to score in every single inning. They've scored in both the first and the second, and looking to do the same here in the top of the 3rd.
Strike one to Romero, who ranks 5th on the leaderboard. Outside ball one. One run in each of the first 2 innings against Fico, looking for a clean inning here. 2-1. Geico leaderboard. Team Zerkle in blue. She's got 6 there in the top 9 right now. Sydney Romero is one of them. Can anybody catch Danielle O'Toole and Rachel Garcia? O'Toole picked Rachel Garcia with her first pick. She was the 2nd overall pick. O'Toole was extremely excited to see her. She was so happy. We interviewed her after the game. She had the complete game, but she was so happy with Rachel Garcia's performance. Happy for her. Sydney Romero is on base looking for the first run of the 3rd inning. Trying to plant some more trees for every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited AUX season. Aspiration plants 10 trees. Almost 1,600 entering tonight. We have reached that mark. Stay tuned to see how many we can get to by the end of this game. Up top, ball one to Deja Mulipola. 3rd place. Was in 1st after Series 1. Was in 4th by 2 points after Series 2. She's right back in that 3rd spot, just will not go away. 1-2 from Fico. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for out number 2.
Rachel Fico took full advantage of the strike call on the pitch before, knowing that maybe we're going to get a bit more off of the plate, so she goes straight back to the same pitch in the same location and gets Deja Mulipola to strike out way late on that swing, maybe anticipating something off speed. But Fico pumping in the gas, 64 miles an hour.
Nadia Taylor's turn. Watches ball one. Nadia hitting almost 400, and you think, man, she's in 400, she's in 23rd. Just hasn't been on the winning side quite enough to put herself in that top 10. And not from her performances. She's hit the ball well. She's been tremendous at 3rd base. Ton of momentum for her heading into Chicago. Just about 4 weeks' time.
I know we talked a lot about it on the broadcast, but even talking to some of these players, they say, yeah, you can jump up with those individual performances, but at the end of the day, where you really move up in the leaderboard is getting those wins. Those win points are so crucial. And so that's always the goal for these players when they step foot on the field, trying to do whatever it takes just to win the ball games, because they know if they're winning games, then their entire team is going to continue to move up.
2-2 chopper to Gano. Takes care of it. She has been great with the bat, but has played a really nice second base as well. 0 in the 3rd, 10 points on the line. Team Fischer coming up in the bottom half. Tied at 2, bottom of the 3rd. Beautiful sunset here in California. I'm gonna miss these. I mean, it's right in our face, but especially when it goes all the way down, it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's been a perfect spot for AUX softball. See Deja Mulipola trying to avoid the sun a little bit as well back there behind the dish. You were talking, I want to go back to your point about the individual stat points. Nadia Taylor, who's been so good offensively, you were talking about the win points being so important. If you're somebody like Nadia, who's hit the ball really well, you go 2 for 4, hit a home run and a single. That's 50 points. Somebody who got no hits on the other team that wins gets those 50 points for the win alone, let alone whatever innings they're also winning along the way. I mean, it really is. You have got to be on the winning team, and then when you take and find those winning teams, it's the individuals on those that are having the most success that you see at the very top.
And I think that's why I go back to that conversation of, if I were a player in this league, would I be looking at the leaderboard before every game? And I think for that reason, because really you need to get those team wins, that's why I wouldn't be looking at those numbers on the leaderboard. I also know myself as a player too, and I would just be fixated on those numbers, and I would know how many I needed to get into the lead. So then when I get to the box, I'm thinking way too much results oriented and not thinking process. You hear a lot of these players saying, trust the process, that's their goal.
Backhand from Romero, out at first. What a play by Sydney Romero.
Sydney Romero, another one of my candidates for defensive MVP, and this is exactly why. A slap off the bat of Victoria Hayward. She has to go to her right, goes down with the backhand, and gets rid of that ball so quickly. With Hayward running down the base paths, there is absolutely no room for mistakes, and Sydney Romero played that one perfectly.
Can't wait to see the Romero sisters in Rosemont as well. Strike one, 1-1 count to Megan Wiggins. 375 average, another one like Nadia, 375 average, ranked 25th. Fouled straight back, strike two. All the hitters in the league look to Deja Mulipola. There's others that can make that run too, obviously on Team Zerkle, but Deja Mulipola's been up there the whole time. You talked about her yesterday, like who's gonna make the run? You said she's been consistent the whole way. She's found a way to win. She's produced as an individual. But they're looking up at Danielle O'Toole as a pitcher, Rachel Garcia, who's a dual threat. We've seen Kat Osterman win as a pitcher. We saw Alicia Ocasio win as a dual threat player. As Ocasio leaps, but that's too far foul. But will we see, for the first time in Athletes Unlimited softball history, and AUX is in its first season, but will we see a hitter for the first time?
Look how high Ocasio gets off of the ground. Not close to catching that ball, but that's a great effort out in right field. But I think when I look at the captains for Series 2, I think that really speaks to what we're seeing here.
McClenny coming on makes the catch for out number 2.
All of the captains in Series 2, which were of course the top performers in Series 1, were all hitters. And we're so used to seeing a pitcher right there at the top in Athletes Unlimited, and the hitters came out with their timing, their routines, everything in place to succeed in AUX. And it was the pitchers that had to adjust to what the hitters were doing. And so I think because of that, and that's why we're seeing a lot more movement on the leaderboard here late into the season. But it seems to be the hitters. That's the story of this AUX season so far. But then, of course, you have somebody like Danielle O'Toole, who's picked it up in the circle, been fantastic, even throwing complete games. Garcia as well. It's these pitchers that have made a late charge here in Series 3 to work their way to the top.
Sam Fischer with a 1-1 count and 2 outs. Off speed, stays alive. There they are. And who else would be the first but Kat Osterman? Alicia Ocasio last season. You see the point totals. Look at Kat, 2,400 points. That is just ridiculous.
And you get the same amount of points for an out and a strikeout, but that just shows you how dominant Kat Osterman was in the circle. Teams were not putting up a lot of earned runs against her, so that's how that tally or that total continued to climb. Ocasio did it in a bit of a different way, two-way player. Somebody who was fantastic in the circle, but also could get it done up at the plate. And talking to her coming into this AUX season, that was a point of emphasis of work in the offseason, was to hone in hitting, slap game, bunting, so that she could help herself out and try to earn points in different ways.
Left side, Taylor on the move. They retire Fischer. The points roll over to the 4th. That means 20 are on the line. Still 2-2, the final game of AUX softball. The leaderboard as tight as ever at the top. Mulipola, Zerkle, Sydney Romero, Filler, who will chase down Garcia and O'Toole. There's the Geico leaderboard. It is going to come down to the wire. I think anybody really probably in that top 7 can do it, but who knows? Who knows what could happen? McClenny, Fischer, they might still have something to say about it. Be sure to check out all the brand new Athletes Unlimited items, including all the items they're pulling off the racks right now. You can can check it out, shop.auprosports.com to purchase yours today. I love the gear. Very
Oh yeah,
fashionable.
get that fanny pack, baby.
Are you
Yes.
rock the fanny
We've
pack?
got models. We've got models
Yeah.
for us. I can't say I've ever rocked a fanny pack, but that one looked good on her. I might have to try it.
You're a mom now, don't you? Isn't that a requirement? Piper was vocal there. She didn't like that inside strike call. She shared a little work with our home plate umpire, which I know you would never do. Inside, that got Piper. She will take first base and 8 points. I think she was saying it got her on the elbow guard there.
Nico trying to run this rise ball inside, just gets away from her. Got it right on the elbow guard. You know, typically we're used to seeing Lily Piper use the non-verbal communication up at the plate to show either her approval or lack thereof of some of those strike calls back behind the plate.
She might have said good call, you never know.
You never know. Words of encouragement.
1-0. 1-0. Saying 1-0. Now 2-0. What game is it? $20 points on the line here in the 4th inning. Jordan Roberts with a 3-0 count. Alyssa Denham in the pen. Saw her in game 1 as well. Off speed from Fico, strike 1. A few years off, return for her first season here at AUX of Athletes Unlimited Softball. There's ball 4 to Roberts. 2 runners on to start the 4th and nobody out.
The timing of pitching changes is something that's so important in these ball games too, and I know we had a conversation in the first game of today's doubleheader about when to take out Sydney Littlejohn-Watkins and put in Alyssa Denham, and it seemed like they left in Littlejohn-Watkins just 1 inning too long, then decided to make the change. But the one I've got my eyes on for Team Fischer is Mariah Mazon, who's out in right field. She's somebody we haven't seen today in today's doubleheader, but you gotta wonder if she's maybe taking some bullpens when they're out there on offense just to keep her arm loose in case they need to bring her in relief.
Strike 1 to Andrea Filler. Somebody's trying to update that today. The most single game points. We've seen 250 put up twice. We were talking in the break. Sydney Romero's off to a good start. Individually, they got 10 inning win points. There's 20 on the line here. You've got to win a lot of innings. You've got to win the game, and you've got to have a good performance individually to pick up the MVP points.
A lot of things have to work in your favor to get those numbers that high.
Deja Mulipola, she's had some big ones too, because she was MVP 1 3 of the 4 games in Series 1, and that's what helped her build a huge lead. And she's been able to stay up toward the top the entire time. She's in 3rd place right now. Two-two to Andrea Filler. Way out in front, Fico gets her swinging.
This off-speed pitch doesn't drop so far down in velocity that the hitters have an opportunity to load back and then get their barrels to it. It's coming in about 58 miles per hour, and there's so much spin and rotation on it too. It looks like it's coming in faster than it is, and that's why you see swings like Andrea Filler's way out in front.
Was she looking something else there?
Either anticipating something harder, like the pitch she's going to bring in 64 miles per hour, or she saw the spin and rotation and thought it was the rise ball and got her barrel further out in front. 2 different things could be happening there. It's hard to sit the pitch that's 58 miles an hour. It's easier to sit the off-speed pitch coming in about 51 miles per hour, but there's not a ton of difference between 64 and 58 when it's coming in there.
Fouled straight back by Ocasio. Still first and second, one out, and it is gorgeous. A perfect end to AUX softball. Sun has just finally gotten below the trees over the left center field wall. Light breeze coming in. Trying to get the outside corner, too far, ball one. Alicia Ocasio, last year's champion. She will be a captain to start the championship season in Rosemont. It will go back to the top 4 of last year's championship season. Gwen Svekis behind the plate. That's a big out, number 2.
After letting those first 2 runners on base, it seems like Rachel Fico has settled in here, getting 2 straight outs. And you know, when you've got somebody like Gwen Svekis back behind the plate, an elite pitch caller, knows the scouting reports on all of these batters, using some of that effective velocity. I know we've talked about it throughout this AUX season about the pitchers trying to accomplish by changing speeds. And it's really important for somebody like Fico, who's not going to blow you away with upper 60s type of velocity, so she's got to utilize her spin and her location to try to get some of those swings and misses.
Got McClenny down 0-1. Outside. Haley McClenny's at bats, I just think they all look very similar because every time it is extremely difficult on the pitcher. That fouls back. I mean, I would have been shocked if that ball's an out right there. I mean, if she's swinging early, it seems like it's going to be a hit. And if not, she's at least going to make you throw 5-6 pitches.
Yeah, I think she leads the leagues in foul balls right now. And it's because she can get her barrel to pitches like that. That one's way out of the zone. One of the best bad ball hitters around. And she has such a great eye, too. She doesn't even flinch, and that's a close pitch outside. It's definitely a ball, but it is very close. And that communication, too, with the umpire, seeing just how far outside that pitch was.
A double could move McClenny from 9th to 8th in front of Amanda Chittister. That one's outside. You don't need an umpire when Haley McClenny's there. If she's swinging, then she's protecting, so it was going to be a strike. And if she watches it, it's probably a ball. 3-2, there it is. She swings. Gano makes a nice play at second base to retire the side. Hit by pitch and walk to start things off, and then 3 straight retired by Rachel Fico. Somebody's name goes in there as champion, the first ever at AUX, and that medal will be theirs. Two, and this is a big inning for Team Fischer, trying to get a run across and collect those 20 inning points. Plenty of fans in the stands tonight. The last night of AUX softball. California bidding the pros goodbye. Off to Rosemont in a month for the championship season. Georgina Korick back out there has allowed 2 runs. They both came in the second inning off a Courtney Gano home run. First pitch swinging for Taylor Edwards, fouls it off. Taylor hitting .263, but in 17th place on the leaderboard. Played 4 years in the NPF, 2 years in Japan. Twin sister Tatum is a facilitator for Team Zerkle in Series 3. They did not get matched up one time. How does that not happen? One of my favorite shots we had all season was Series 2 when we had a camera on Tatum Edwards in the dugout when Taylor Edwards hit a home run, and Tatum's like, huh, watching it, and then, okay, all right.
I think internally she was very happy for her twin sister, but the competitor in her came out a bit knowing that she had just tied up the ball game with that swing.
McClenny came in, jumps and makes the catch. She misjudged it off the bat of Edwards, but uses the athleticism to make the play. She was shaking her head too.
It's a great recovery by Haley McClenny. I think she thought this ball was going to drop more in front of her, so that's why her first step was up. But then Had to retreat, take a couple of steps back, and the jump too. Georgina Korek loves it when her outfield is making plays like that.
This is the hottest bat in Series 3, I think. The only other one that comes to mind would be Rachel Garcia, how clutch she's been, but Courtney Gano has upped the average to 320. This is a ground ball to Nadia Taylor, and they get Gano. But just to elaborate on that, she came into Series 3 hitting .071, and now she's up over 300.
Love taking a look at her son, watching his mom compete out on the field. And I can't speak to it enough how much Courtney Gano has impressed me in the way that she's mentally approached all of her at-bats, just sticking with the process. And it can be so hard when you look at a batting average and you see it at .071 coming into Series 3, but she stuck with it, kept working, had a lot of confidence in the prep that she put in the offseason, and it's paying off at the most important time of the season.
Gwen Svekis paid off for her last game, 2-run home run. 1-1 inside, left side and foul. Nadia Taylor, she's getting worked over at third base all season. It is going to feel like a full championship season for Nadia, how much action she's seen at third base. And everything she had to deal with yesterday, slipping and falling, hit by the pitch, fouled one off her helmet. Dive, did she catch it? Lily Piper might have caught that ball. They'll say it hit the ground. Wow, that was close. And I think she just said, I thought I caught it.
Yeah, I think that's what she's saying right there. A tremendous effort by the first baseman.
They're going to challenge it. I like this just for the highlight reel play. Just
we
to
want
make
to see
sure
this
it
a couple of
counts.
times.
She caught that.
I think she caught that.
She
I don't think
caught
that ball ever hit the ground.
The way her glove folded when she rolled over, too, I think protected it from the ground. Wow.
I love the way she showed the umpire too. She stayed in the same position on the ground and just scooted over to show him that she still had that ball in between her body and her elbow. But I think there's leather underneath that ball.
I think there is too, and it's hard to tell. I don't know that we've officially had a challenge yet. And now we will. Home plate umpire coming back behind the plate.
All right, we do have a challenge on the field as whether or not that was a catch or no catch. First baseman Piper. Excellent hustle, by the way, trying to get that ball.
Okay, guys, we got a challenge on the catch, no catch. Not on fair foul, on catch, no catch.
So they are challenging this play in foul territory, and I think this is going to get reversed.
Yeah, I believe so too. From all the replays we've seen, I think that's a catch all the way. Leather underneath it. Snags it. That's a catch.
And Mike Rayner's ready to make the call.
Yes, we have a challenge, a catch, no catch in foul territory there at first base. And after review of the play, we have a catch for an out.
Very good, thank you.
There it is. The ruling on the field is overturned. Well done, Lily Piper. That's a tremendous catch.
She's going to be happy about that one.
She is happy about that one. That's big, too. Our Geico defensive play of the game earlier.
Well, and it's Haley McClinney recovering after taking a couple of steps in, jumps and leaps and snags this one, robs a base hit from Taylor Edwards.
.30 points on the line, fifth inning, 2-2. Team Zerkle and Team Fischer all tied up in the final game of AUX softball here in San Diego. We've got Victoria Hayward mic'd up out in center field. Victoria, you are back. I know your teammates excited to have you back, but tell us, what was the bronze medal celebration like for you when you took the day off?
Yeah, I had major FOMO, and I couldn't watch the game, so I was trying to get updates from my parents via text. So very excited to go, but it was awesome experience. I mean, it was 12 years of my life and continued. So I knew I would regret it if I didn't go, as much as I hate, leaving my squad for a few days, for a day.
Of course, we know how much that bronze medal means to you, but also coming back to AUX, is the mindset any different coming into today's doubleheader than maybe in some of the other series?
Yeah, the days are catching up to us for sure. So the last day of a doubleheader, I think. Sorry, that music was a little bit loud. Nice job, Pico. Come on. Dang it. Good job, Zerkle. Yeah, it's tough to just, when you lose the momentum, just really try to be intentional and get it back. So we're trying. We've had a few really big hits to get us back in it, but we need one more this inning or else. That's the good news about the innings and how they work, is that you're motivated every single pitch. So we're feeling good about Fico getting another out and being able to get back in this thing.
You're a veteran in this league now. We've started to kind of ask all the players how they view the leaderboard. How do you look at the leaderboard throughout the season?
No, not really. I mean, I think it's so hard so much of it is out of your control, because I think when you watch this league, you think it's all about the leaderboard and your own performance, but the more caught up you get in that, the less you're really invested in the team win, and that's ball. That's always fun when I'm chatting with you guys and I get the ball. Yeah, so I think just the more that we get caught up in that, you forget what's actually going to get you higher on the leaderboard, and that's working with your team. So I try to just be in that as much as possible and give everything I have to my captain, and just try to contribute in more ways than just on the leaderboard, because that's ultimately what's important.
See, we planned this interview so that you were going to make a catch in center field while we're talking to you, but of course I want to flip gears and talk a bit offensively. What sorts of adjustments do you think you guys need to make off of Georgina Cork to try to get some runs on the board?
Yeah, her changeup right now is really, really good, and it was really tough with that sun coming in. So now that that's gone, I think we're seeing it a little bit better. I know that Lily was warming up in the pen, so if we are going to get after her, we got to do it this inning. But just picking his speed, she's really jamming the righties and using that arm side well. So either we're on time for that or we're sitting change, but the change was looking really good today. So I just need to use the ground a little bit more. Nadia Taylor is not getting me out a third time today.
Before we let you go, I got to ask. I'll tell you what, the middle you're infield and center field, it works real well together. What's the deal there? How'd you get all the Huskies on the same team?
I know. This is actually the second time we've had all of us together. So, yes! Pico! Oh, that was so good. 2. Second time we've been all together. Last year was one of them, and it's so fun. I never had the opportunity to play with Sis, so just watching her and being there from when she committed to obviously playing a few years with Court, but it's crazy. We come from the same system, so playing the game together is so easy. We have the same expectations of each other, and we kind of know how each other plays the game. So it's just really fun. It feels so easy playing with them. And I mean, Court's not a second baseman, and she's like rocking it and doing whatever the team needs. Sis was my vote for Defensive Player of the Year. She's doing such a nice job. So they make every team more fun, and it really just feels so easy playing with them. So we're really enjoying it.
Victoria Hayward, thank you so much for letting us talk to you.
Thanks, guys.
Always a great conversation with the outstanding center fielder and leadoff hitter Victoria Hayward. Said Nadia Taylor is not getting me out again tonight.
Well, she's talked to us several times about just how excited she was to use the dirt. A lot of these slappers, even some of these right-handed hitters too, when all else fails, tried to pound the ball into the ground and have it hop over the infielders.
Victoria Hayward wears #1 for a reason. She was the first player to sign with Athletes Unlimited. And that's historic. The way this league is trending, she will always be able to look back and say, I was #1.
And that's why she's so involved, not just playing in the league, but also just involved with Athletes Unlimited as an organization.
Fischer retires Taylor. There are 30 points on the line. Team Fischer coming up. Bottom of the 5th, still tied up. It's O'Toole and Garcia. That's who everybody's chasing. Well, Tie ball game in the final game of AUX. Team Fischer coming to the plate, bottom of the fifth, 2-2 with 30 inning points on the line. See Sis Bates in there. She's on your list for Geico Defensive MVP candidates. And I love it. Vic Hayward, players and Unlimited Club members get to vote on the Defensive MVP. Vic Hayward said Sis Bates is my pick.
Well, and I'm looking here, when I put this list together, I'm looking beyond fielding percentage. But what do these players do to impact the game defensively? Of course, we know what Sis Bates can do at shortstop, but also Sydney Romero, we've seen her make some fantastic plays. Sierra Romero at second base, coming off of that injury too, has been outstanding. And Nadia Taylor, who we just heard from Victoria Hayward, said, I'm going to make sure that Nadia Taylor does not get me out for the third time in this ball game, but she's another one that has been spectacular over there.
Alongside Madison Shipman, I'm Chucky Kempf. It has been an absolute blast here in San Diego for AUX softball. We've had a tremendous crew. Tremendous softball the entire time. It's come down to the final day. This has been the most drama we've seen in either the other two softball championship seasons. And truly, coming into the day, we looked at it and felt like the top 17 players had a chance. Now, we've narrowed that down a little bit further. I think we're into the top 10 about who you can really look to. But there is movement and a lot of drama that could potentially happen as this goes on. That ball's outside. Let's check in with Key Michael, who's with Rachel Garcia.
Guys, I am here with potentially a medalist for this season. How exciting is that? How excited are you?
Pretty exciting. I mean, first season here at Athletes Unlimited, and just super pumped to be out here playing with like literally the best athletes in the country, and just to be able to go out there and have fun and just be myself for once.
Literally the best. You're talking about them, but I feel like yourself included. How do you watch the leaderboard at all? Are you kind of like thinking points in the back of your mind, or you just go out there and play?
Honestly, like I mean, I see them up on the scoreboard, but I don't ever keep tabs. I just kind of just go out there, and ultimately I just want to have fun, and that's what I want, and that's what I've been feeling, and that's just what's most important.
You go out there and you crush it. That home run happened, I think, right before or right after I had a chance to speak to your mom, so I'm claiming that the key cam is good luck. But what has this experience been like overall, just as far as for you as a person, as a player? Like, give us the inside scoop.
I think it's just been like absolutely amazing. I'm obviously like the shy, stay in my like corner type, but like I feel like I've had an opportunity to like just express my own self, not only on the field but like off the field, and get to know a lot of girls out here. So that's what's been most like awesome about this, is I've just been able to be my true self.
I feel like I can speak to that as having been a player in your shoes, in the jersey. Just it feels like a family when you leave. You're part of the family now forever. So I love that for you. I love that for us. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast, and we might see you wearing some hardware later. Fingers crossed. Good job.
Rachel Garcia, I mean, you just don't want it to end because it's been so great, but to watch somebody of Rachel Garcia's caliber come on the way she has since really, I think, the back half of Series 2 into Series 3, I cannot wait to see her in Rosemont.
Well, and you just love to see her playing healthy, too. She's somebody that has battled injuries, and she's finally come into this season feeling like herself, enjoying where she's at, having so much fun playing in this league, learning from all of these athletes. And she's come on so strong here towards the end, really made a push towards the top of that leaderboard.
She's in second on the Geico leaderboard, 14 points shy of Danielle O'Toole. They're stuck right there, though. So you look down this list and how important these inning win points are, with Deja Mulipola 68 points behind first place. It's a nice play by Piper at first, but they cannot get Harrell at second. But 68 points, so you think about it. There's 30 points on the line here in the fifth inning. The game counts for 50. I mean, Deja Mulipola, they can win this inning, get 30 points, and go on to win the game. She goes to the top of the leaderboard. That wouldn't include MVP points and whatever other individual stat points we see, but there's a ticket to the top for Team Zerkle. That last ball was ruled foul. Sis Bates staying alive, 1-2.
Going back to your point, though, I think it all comes down to focusing on getting those inning points, controlling what you can control in this ball game.
Left side, Nadia Taylor in foul territory.
Right now for Team Fischer, obviously 30 inning points on the line if they were to be able to get a run across here. But you can't start getting too much into the weeds of the leaderboard, and I think that's a common theme that we've heard from all of these players, is you don't want to sit there and think about individual stats, but you just want to do whatever it takes to get the win.
Another foul ball.
Seemed like an overwhelming theme for Team Fischer's squad too, was doing whatever they could to try to push their captain further and further up that leaderboard. And they knew it all started with trying to win innings and trying to win games.
Slapped, Romero charging, goes to second instead and gets the lead runner, Harrell.
Sydney Romero makes these plays look so easy. Charges this slap hard, knows that Sis Bates has some wheels, and throws behind her across her body to get the lead runner out and to force at second base. That pre-pitch thought that she has, anticipating where the ball's going to go and where she's going to throw the ball when she fields it, that's a plan that's put into place before that ball is put in play.
Her footwork is incredible. Into left field in front of Zerkle. Bates thought about going, but McClenny was there to back that up. And they hold Sis Bates at second with 2 outs.
Well, she figured she was going to do whatever she could to avoid Nadia Taylor at third base. Do not hit a ground ball that way. Victoria Hayward made an adjustment, got her barrel underneath the ball a bit more, and dropped it out into left field.
Chance for Megan Wiggins. Huge spot in the game. Tied up at 2, bottom of the 5th. It is coming down to the wire. I think if I was Danielle O'Toole right now, top of the leaderboard, you have to be anxious, right? You can't control anything. You've done everything you can do, and now you do take a peek at that leaderboard, and there you are, but it's close.
I think there could be some anxiousness when you're watching, but also if you're somebody like Danielle O'Toole, there's got to be some satisfaction in knowing you've done everything you possibly could to put yourself in a good position to win everything.
One-two count. Georgina Korick trying to strand a pair. Struck Wiggins out and got her to fly out to center. Goes to the outside corner, too far.
That pitch did not miss by much. Wiggins had to look an extra second at that one. Called for a ball.
Thought about that one too, but too low. Full count. We are an out away from rolling the points over for a 4th inning. It would be worth 40 if Korick can get Wiggins out. 4 runs combined in the first 2 frames and 0s since that point. 3-2. It's going to the outside corner. Wiggins hits this one deep down left field. Zerkle was going, but hits the fencing up high.
This ball traveled a long way. Zerkle tracking it all the way in, and it hits up on that fence. Didn't have a chance to make a catch on that one.
Morgan Zerkle, she's still in the hunt. This one going back to Zerkle deep against the fence, makes the catch! Leaping into foul territory! Morgan Zerkle, the captain! What a play!
The outfielders for Team Zerkle showing off today. Zerkle had to travel a long way for this one, times the jump, 2, snags it. Georgina Korick absolutely loves it.
AUX coming to a close in San Diego. Those 3 medals up for grabs. The inning points roll over again. 40 on the line in the 6th. It is 2-2, Team Zerkle and Team Fischer. Unlimited Club members, it's time to earn points for watching tonight's broadcast. Enter the code on the screen into your Athletes Unlimited app to earn points and to move up the leaderboard. So many great benefits. Vote on league decisions. We talked about that. Defensive MVP, MVPs for the game. You see Sydney Romero in the dugout. She's making a late charge. In 6th place, she's 176 points back of Danielle O'Toole. She's already hit a home run. She's been tremendous defensively. I think right now, for me personally, she would be at the top of my MVP voting. They need to win, though.
Yeah, they need to win, and they need these inning points, too.
Lily Piper chopper. Fischer on her back heels makes the play. 1 away.
When you see these players making this late run, I think it's a combination of things. It's a combination of having a great individual performance, but also getting that team win. You see Sam Fischer firing across the diamond to get the first out in this inning, because she wants her team to have a shot at those inning points.
As much as I love the drama, just trying to keep everything calculated and straight, at some point, like before the 7th, we probably need these inning points to get settled just a little bit. Give us a little clarity at the top of the leaderboard, but I do love the drama, and I would love to see it come down to the 7th at 2-2.
I know, I keep seeing you calculate things over next to me. I had to pull out my calculator, though, because I'm not near as good at the math as you are.
You mean when I'm going back and forth of this is no, okay, I can't remember.
I will say for everybody at home, it's a good thing he's writing in pencil, because there's a lot of scribbles on his piece of paper.
Come on now.
I'm writing in pencil too, so.
1-2 count to Jordan Roberts. Got her. Alyssa Denham picks up out number 2.
Denham starting off strong in this ball game. Goes with the curveball outside to Jordan Roberts. A different look than what we're used to seeing out of her hand. Typically, she's going to throw that drop ball, and that's why you see Roberts swinging underneath that pitch. That one stays right about thigh high for the strikeout.
Andrea Filler with 2 away and nobody on. Watches strike 1. She's in 7th place. Can Andrea Filler make a late push? Ground ball, Denham quickly through the 6th inning. Alyssa Denham gets it done. Couple ground outs and a strikeout. The leaderboard is up for grabs. Who can chase down Danielle O'Toole? Maybe Sydney Romero. The suspense builds, bottom of the 6th. It has been all zeros since the 3rd inning, and we are still tied 2-2. Sam Fischer trying to deliver. She's done it before.
She's had one of the hottest bats consistently through this AUX season. Launched this one a long way over the left field wall, 210 feet. That's good for 40 points. You know, her team would love to see that again here with those 40 inning points on the line.
For every run scored this season, Aspiration planted 10 trees. The Bats have made sure that was a very successful campaign. Over 1,600, I think we're over 1,700 thanks to Aspiration's support after today. Sam Fischer to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning against Georgina Korick. This is lifted high to left field. It will stay in the park, and Zerkle makes the catch in foul territory. A little easier than the last one she made to finish the 5th inning.
Fischer just missed that pitch on the swing, too. You can see by the reaction after she made contact with that. She was looking for the rise ball inside. She got it, just swung a bit too far underneath it.
Taylor Edwards watches strike 1 on the outside corner. Edwards 1 for 2. Singled and scored, closing in on the 1,000-point mark. Off speed catches the corner, 0-2. Right back to Edwards. This is Nadia Taylor to first base, and there's 2 outs quickly.
Another home run hitter in this Team Fischer offense is Courtney Gano. This is what she did earlier in this ball game. Took Georgina Koric deep out into the trees. A whopping 252 feet over the left field bleachers.
She's been all smiles. Her son is here. Had him on the field before the game. He's been all smiles. This has popped up, and Mulipola watches it go into foul territory for strike one. Deja Mulipola, she's not done yet either. She's in third place. Team Zerkle is all over the top 10. 6 players in the top 9 spots. Who knows, we could see multiple move into the top of the leaderboard. Courtney Gano making a case for an MVP nod. She's gonna head into the championship season in Rosemont on fire. It's gonna be tough to leave this spot. Look at that view from behind home plate. Did Gano go around? No.
Koric and Mulipola thought she swung on the rise ball way up there. Take another look at it here. Oops, looks like she might have gone on that. Call goes in favor of Gano though.
1-2. Outside ball 2. Will it count? Will it matter here? Getting an extra chance against Georgina Koric. Down low, ball 3. Full count. Koric says, that's my bad. What did you say the other day? It was a Cheerio. Looks like you're hitting it. That's what it looks like. Georgina Koric's throwing to hitters lately, as good as she's been. This one toward McClenny, and Haley McClenny makes the play on the run. To the 7th we go, all tied up. Are you not entertained? 50 points on the line. Koric in the 5th. Amanda Chittister looking on, member of Team O'Toole. She says, look, it's 100 points on the line right here. 50 inning points, 50 win points. Like, this is what it comes down to.
I think those arrows down at the bottom are just signaling more and more drama with every 10 points that gets rolled over to the next inning.
Deja Mulipola in the 3rd spot. Morgan Zerkle, her captain, right behind her. Already 1 game has gone to extra innings in the final day. Hey, this is the first season of AUX. We talked to John Patrikoff, CEO and co-founder of Athletes Unlimited, in game 1. I think it's been a success.
Absolutely it has. I'm
Tremendous
on the edge of my
drama.
seat
It's
up
unreal.
here in the booth.
I think I'm making you uncomfortable because I'm like jumping around a little bit.
You're getting really excited with all of these numbers. That foul ball goes back to Gwen Sebekis. Catchers again don't get enough love for the job they do back there.
Great spot from Melissa Denham. Now Ocasio down 1-2 in the count.
But now I did try to do some math of my own. So you mentioned we've got 100 points on the line here, essentially the winner of this inning, the winner of this game. Deja Mulipola is just 68 points out of the lead.
Yep.
So that just shows you how important and how tense this moment is right now. Great look from our umcam. Rise ball up in the zone. That Ocasio fouls back.
It's also notable, too, as Ocasio goes left side, Sis Bates again! Great play by Sis!
And these players know just how big every single out is. A great play by Sis Bates. Gets it on the short hop, and look at the angle that she throws this ball and gets rid of it. All the way down low, that sidearm throw, that's how she's able to get that throw across the diamond in time to get Ocasio out.
Back to McClenny. Watches strike 1. McClenny 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice earlier in this game. It's notable that we are in the 7th inning because if we go to extras, there are no stat points to be had. It all comes down to the win points and then MVP points at the end. I say that with somebody like a Sydney Romero who's in the hole right now, hoping that somebody can get on base so that she will have a chance, because she needs some points, individual stat points. Even if she were to get MVP 1 and they win, she still needs to come up to the plate and do something. She has been on a tear. I think she's definitely in the conversation for one of those MVP spots. She's in 6th place right now, 176 points away from the top spot. McClenny into foul territory. Wiggins coming over. Megan Wiggins, the timeless left fielder out of Georgia. Another one.
The outfield defense tonight is insane. The plays that these athletes are making look so easy. She has to run a long way for this one. The dive into the fence. Megan Wiggins, that play is outstanding. Alyssa Denham knows just how big every single out is, and that 4 points that she just got right there was a little extra special.
What a play by Megan Wiggins in left field. Now to the captain, Morgan Zerkle. Oh, 0-1 count from Denham. Zerkle still trying to make her case as well. 108 points off the leader. If Zerkle could single here and they go on to win, she would be in line to be in that top spot before MVP points are tallied.
I feel like there's about 20 different scenarios that are running through your mind right here. If this player does this, then this happens. But that's the drama we're talking about. That's why we're on the edge of our seats, because it all comes down to who's going to come through with that timely hit to get their team to win.
Zerkle barely got a piece of that to stay alive, 1-2. She made a great catch in left field, but I think realistically, this is her chance. She's got to do something here, because 1 for 3, single, didn't score, didn't drive anybody, and most likely not going to get an MVP vote. Morgan Zerkle needs a base hit here or something to move her up the leaderboard just a little bit, and then they've got to go win it.
I still think those MVP points or votes are going to come down to how this game ends and who comes through with that hit. So I still think that there's room for Morgan Zerkle to earn some of those MVP votes.
Walk-off hit, something like that. Yeah,
absolutely.
You keep me in check. There it is, Morgan Zerkle, straight up the middle, and a 2-out base runner. That's 10 points for Zerkle, and that makes way for Sydney Romero.
And if you're Morgan Zerkle, this is the exact batter that you want up in this situation. A fantastic at-bat by Zerkle. Just throws her barrel at this pitch, stands in there to hit away to try to drive something into the grass, gets enough of it to drop it into center field to extend this inning and bring up Sydney Romero.
Romero in 6th place. A solo home run back in the first. She's walked and she's flied out. And 176 points off the leader. Ground ball snagged by Denham, and that's going to do it for the 7th. Team Fischer, a chance to win it in walk-off fashion on the final day. Who can make the late charge? Maybe Gwen Svekis. She homered earlier today. Can she do it again?
Bottom of the 7th inning, and Gwen Svekis is going to lead us off. And this is what she did earlier in the day. Somebody who has trusted the process, stuck with it, and her bat is getting hot at just the right time. And she comes up with an opportunity to win this ball game.
.100 points are on the line for the winner of this game. The 50-inning rollover points all the way from back in the 3rd inning. We have not had a run plus the 50 for the win. Svekis check swing. Piper can't get to that one. Got one earlier that was super impressive in foul territory.
There was another one off of Gwen too, off of her bat. I think that's why you see them smiling back and forth after that one lands foul.
She's 0 for 2 in this game. 0-1 pitch from Cork, outside ball 1. Up top, swings through the rise ball. Will we end the AUX softball season with 2 extra inning games? Off speed, just inside. Two and 2 to Svekis. Mariah Mazon on deck. 2-2, swinging. Left side, Sydney Romero makes the play. Over to Piper at first, 1 out.
I do think it's interesting that we've heard from so many of these players over the course of the past couple weeks about how they go into each game just focusing on winning the game. And isn't it poetic that whoever's going to end up being on top of the leaderboard, it comes down to who wins this ball game right here.
Popped up, Piper catches it on the line, 2 outs.
Now playing for Team Fischer, the first baseman, number 14, Allie Harrell.
Cork jams up Mazon, rise ball inside. Piper doesn't have to dive and roll over for that one. She's got that one, no problem.
Allie Harrell with 2 outs, watches strike 1 on the inside corner. Off speed, 0-2. Harrell trying to turn it over to Sis Bates at the bottom of the order and give her a chance, but Cork in control. The 105th pitch from her on the way is outside. Georgina Cork has been outstanding. One of the top arms here in San Diego, has gotten stronger as it's gone along. She doesn't look tired at all. This is hit well. Left field, back to the warning track, caught by Zerkle. And we go to extras for the 2nd time in the final day.
Allie Harrell hit this one a long way, and it's Morgan Zerkle tracking it in as we head to the 8th inning. It's going to be Deja Mulipola to start off the 8th inning, somebody that's in the hunt for that top spot on the leaderboard, and this is what she did yesterday. This one left her bat 80.6 miles per hour in my officially unofficial distance on that one. I'm going 270, 280, but either way, that one went a long way.
I thought you were going to go with your mathematics the other day, a lot of points, like a long way.
I do like to hit you with the hard-hitting stuff.
Yeah,
I figured I'd give
factual.
you an actual number there to go off of.
Extra innings rules. 1 more captain's challenge per extra inning. No individual stat points. We have 100 points on the line for the win points. Sydney Romero goes to 2nd base to start the inning. So it's 100 win points on the line, and it's MVP points on the line. I think it really comes down to Deja Mulipola and Morgan Zerkle are the 2 with the chance to take the top spot still. And there's no stat points, so Deja with a home run right here, you could see your champion. Deja driving a run in at all could be the difference in this game. 1-1 count from Denham. Romero has speed on 2nd base. Delivery, Mulipola swinging, foul ball. Pretty good looking spot there. Mulipola gets another chance, 2-2.
Went with the off speed up in the zone. Barely missed high for ball 2.
Inside, Deja sends that one into the night. Foul ball.
I think she's trying to top the distance from the home run we saw yesterday.
William McClenny said, wow.
McClenny's willing one of those to stay fair.
2-2. Full count to Deja Mulipola. She's 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 strikeouts. But can be the hero again if she brings Romero in. 3-2. Got her looking. Big out number 1 from Denham.
Denham goes with her bread and butter, the drop ball outside. Deja hit that long foul ball down the left field line, so she throws this one outside, challenges Deja to take her bat off of her shoulder, and that's a big strikeout to start off this inning.
Denham to Nadia Taylor, first pitch, ground ball up the middle. Romero coming around, the throw not on line, and Sydney Romero scores to take the lead for Team Zerkle.
Nadia Taylor coming up, being aggressive in this at-bat. She's one of the veterans in this league. She knows what it takes to be successful, and she knows exactly what's on the line. A drop ball outside, she doesn't try to do too much with it, just hit it straight back up the middle. Sydney Romero going all the way, sliding easily to take the lead.
1 out, strike 1 to Lily Piper. Romero coming around to score and makes it a 3-2 game here in extras. Off-speed chopper, Denham turns, goes to second, it's in the dirt. Got her at first, no, safe. Great job by Sis Bates, though. Sam Fisher got an extra challenge here in extra innings, and wonder if she will use it. She will, and why not?
Might as well use it. Ground ball back to Alyssa Denham. A low throw to Sis Bates, but she fires it to first base. She thinks she's got the out all the way. She can't believe it. Immediately wants to go for the challenge.
The call at first base, the call was initially safe.
Tie goes to the runner, right?
That's about as close as it gets.
That is spot on. Her foot hits the bag as the ball hits the back of Allie Harrell's mitt.
It is important to note, too, that the runner was called safe on the field, so there has to be indisputable video evidence to overturn this.
Mike Rayner's ready to make the call.
Yes, we have a team challenge of the call at first base. And as a result of the review, the call on the field is confirmed.
Okay, got it, thank you.
Lily Piper beats it out, and the inning continues with 2 outs and a runner on first base.
Ball on the field will stand. Runner was safe at first base.
That gives Jordan Roberts a chance. Can they find an insurance run here for Georgina Korick?
Now batting for the Blue Moons, number 1, Jordan Roberts.
First pitch to Roberts. This is hit high and deep to right field. Back goes Mazon right at the warning track and makes the catch for out number 3. It is not over yet. A 1-run game. Bottom of the 8th coming up, the top spot on the leaderboard. It's up for grabs. Can Team Fischer come through? Danielle O'Toole relaxing in the concourse. She is at the top of the leaderboard, but if she wants to stay there, she will be rooting for Team Fischer to come out on top, because the win points would take Mulipola and Zerkle to the top of the leaderboard. That would not include MVP points, so it would not be final yet. But Deja Mulipola and Morgan Zerkle, if they win this game, if Georgina Korik can hold them scoreless, they would go to the top of the leaderboard. The runner at second is Allie Harrell. Will Danielle O'Toole become the first ever AUX softball champion? Sis Bates trying to lay down the bunt, goes foul. Sis 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout, reached on a fielder's choice. Trying to get Allie Harrell over to third base. Shows bunt again and watches that one outside, ball one.
See in the corner, infielders crashing really hard, knowing that Team Fischer is going to have a different strategy than what we saw out of Team Zerkle, with somebody like Sis Bates coming up to the plate, a lot of short game.
She's going to try and slap that one. It's foul. And now there's 2 strikes.
If you're Sis Bates here, you're just doing whatever you can to try to put the ball on the ground, put it in fair territory, try to pull it to the right side to advance Allie Harrell over to third base.
One-two. Ground ball left side. Harrell in the middle, gonna take third base. Yes, she is. That is great base running from Allie Harrell, and Sis Bates gets the job done. She's also on first base.
The base running by Allie Harrell here is what allowed Sis Bates to reach base safely over at first. She slaps it to Sydney Romero at shortstop, and I thought for a second Romero was going to try to throw the ball to second base to get Allie Harrell out, but I love the aggressiveness. She takes third, takes advantage of her opportunity, and now runners on the corners for Team Fischer.
I love Charlotte Morgan over there at third base, the facilitator for Team Fischer. Stay on the base. First and third, nobody out. Victoria Hayward, 1 for 3. We said this earlier, who else would you rather have up than Vic Hayward when you need somebody to drive a run in, just to get on base, move the runners around? Has been tremendous all AUX season. 1-0 count, 512 batting average. Korik delivers, Hayward into center, McClinney coming on, makes the grab. The runners stay. I don't think Harrell would have scored anyway, even if she tags up. McClinney was coming on so quick. That is a huge out, number 1.
Victoria Hayward hit that ball right on the money, but I think you're exactly right, because Haley McClinney had all of that momentum moving towards home plate when she caught that line drive. I think if Allie Harrell would have tagged, she would have been thrown out at home. She thought this ball was going to hit the grass, and so that's where you see that extra step towards home plate. Went back to third, and runners in the same spot now with 1 away.
Outside, ball 1 to Megan Wiggins. We won't know a champion. There's potential we will not know a champion when the final out is made. We won't. I don't think we will, because of the MVP points. Outside, ball 2. This is going to come down to the final pitch. Mulipola, Zerkle, Korik all chasing O'Toole and Garcia at the top of the leaderboard. Outside, ball 3. 100 points to the winner of this game. 3-0 count to Megan Wiggins. Off speed, strike 1. Wiggins watched it, Ball 4 upstairs, bases loaded.
The bases are loaded for none other than Sam Fischer. The team captain of her squad comes up in the biggest moment, not just of this game, but of this entire season.
Corrick and company meeting. It's still Danielle O'Toole at the top, but she needs Sam Fischer to deliver. If Team Fischer wins, O'Toole will sit at the top of the leaderboard with Rachel Garcia, at least before we get our MVP points calculated. 1-0 count. Fischer 0 for 3 tonight. Off speed, strike 1. Harrell at third, Sis Bates at second, and Megan Wiggins at first base. 1-1 count. Fischer into right center field. Over goes McClenny, makes the catch. Harrell coming home. The game is tied at 3. It's not over yet.
A fantastic piece of hitting by Sam Fischer. She knows she just needs to get this ball out into the grass. Allie Harrell tags up immediately, scores easily on that deep fly ball out to the right center gap. The team captain coming in clutch for her team.
Taylor Edwards, a chance to end it. Corrick inside, ball 1. Edwards is 1 for 3 tonight. A single and a run scored. And a single would do it here. Sis Bates at third base, a chance to win the game. Off speed from Corrick, strike 1. 122 pitches from Corrick. One. Edwards rips it foul. We go into a 9th.
As if we weren't already enough on the edge of our seats. This game just continues to deliver. The leaderboard at stake, the game at stake. Deja Mulipola back behind the plate.
Edwards fouls this one away. One-two. Edwards pops it foul again. A battle with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. There's Danielle O'Toole. I think she's watching the leaderboard now.
She's gonna watch it now because she doesn't have to play anymore in this season. She's done her job.
1-2. Off speed. Ball 2. Corrick thought she had it.
I think Lily Piper thought she had it too. Off-speed pitch. Knee high, drops off the table. Home plate umpire says it's too low.
2-2. Swings. Left field. Zerkle makes the catch. It was interesting, but she makes the grab, and we go to the 9th. It is all on the line. Danielle O'Toole looking on. She's at the top of the leaderboard. Can Team Zerkle do it? Mulipola and Zerkle trying to get to the top of the leaderboard when we come back. There's the Geico leaderboard. The win points so huge. We'll see the MVP points afterward, voted on by the players. You can vote at home if you're a member of the Unlimited Club. Get on your app and vote for the MVP of this game. To the 9th inning we go. Another captain's challenge is added every extra inning. There's no individual stat points still. The runner on second base is Shannon Rhodes. Andrea Filler will lead off against Alyssa Denham. They shut the bullpens down. It is Denham and it is Corrick, and we'll see what happens.
They're both going to go the distance.
Filler shows bunt, and it hits herself. Wensvek is asking if she was out of the box, but it is just a foul ball.
Umpire immediately called that, said that the ball hit her when she was still in the batter's box. Team Zerkle trying to go for a little bit of short game here with Andrea Filler up at the plate. Lay down a sac bunt and advance Shannon Rhodes.
0-1, pulls back, ball one. Filler, Ocasio, McClenny due up this inning for Team Zerkle. 1-1 to Andrea Filler. Showing bunt, gets it down. Denham makes the play. The runner moved to third successfully.
It's a great bunt by Filler, because Alyssa Denham was trying to work that pitch up in the zone, and it's so important that you do whatever you can to try to get your barrel on top of that sac bunt, make sure that it hits the dirt. Textbook job by Filler.
Alicia Ocasio, last year's championship season champion. 0-1 count, one away.
Drop ball tailing low and away from the lefty.
Spinner, Fischer to first. That was a rocket arm from Sam Fischer at third, and there are two away.
And a huge out, too, because she looked Shannon Rhodes back after fielding that ball cleanly, but she had to get rid of it because Ocasio has great speed moving down the first baseline, able to get the second out without that run coming across.
Haley McClenny trying to deliver for her team. 0 for 4 tonight, reached one time on a fielder's choice. What I mean by that is McClenny's due. 1-0 count from Alyssa Denham. Up high, ball two. The captain, Morgan Zerkle's on deck. 2-0, McClenny waits on it, into right field. Team Zerkle back on top thanks to Haley McClenny.
McClenny's has had a couple of long at-bats in this ball game. She has been a very tough out, but you called it. She was due for a base hit with two away, a runner on third base. She pulls this rise ball that's tailing up and away from her, pulls it through the 3-4 hole. She knows it as soon as that ball leaves her bat, that she just gave her team the go-ahead run.
Speed on the path for Morgan Zerkle. Can they get some insurance here? She fouls that one away. Back-to-back singles her last two trips to the plate.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shannon Rhodes, the deciding run as it stands. Zerkle hitting .368 on the season in the fourth spot. If her team wins, she would go up into the second spot behind Deja Mulipola before the MVP points are calculated. Off speed, Zerkle rips it into center field. It's first and second with two outs.
Zerkle has had herself a day up at the plate, out on defense, making some big catches in left field. And right there, that base hit up the middle extends this inning. You'd know they'd love to get an insurance run across.
Good candidate to do that. Sydney Romero in the sixth spot on the leaderboard. Ground ball up the middle. Gano can't bring it in. McClenny around from second. A two-run lead in the ninth.
McClenny is fired up after coming around to score, extend their lead, and the game plan coming into this inning for these batters was just to put your barrel on the ball, drive it into the ground, finds some grass, and Sydney Romero does exactly that. Ground ball back up the middle in the speed of Haley McClinney. She took off second base, a great jump, rounded third.
Mama, I love you.
And extends their lead 2 runs now in the top of the 9th inning.
Can Denham end the damage here? But it's Deja in the 3rd spot on the leaderboard. 0-1 count. Watches that one down low, ball 1. Team Zerkle wins. Mulipola goes to the top. And then it comes down to potential MVP voting. Big cut there, strike 2. 0 for 3 with a walk in this game. O'Toole watching. Got Mulipola looking. But the challenge is even greater, going to the 9th. Team Fischer down 2.
Big strikeout to end this inning by Alyssa Denham to get Deja Mulipola looking. Her team needs to come up with a couple of runs here. An opportunity to walk off this ball game. Team Fischer needs their bats to come alive here, and they've got one of the hottest bats in their lineup coming up in the 9th inning, and this is what Courtney Gano did back in the 2nd inning against Georgina Korick. Blasted that one out into the trees, and her team would love to see her come through again today.
That's what Danielle O'Toole needs. Looking on from the stands is Team Fischer to find a way here. Morgan Zerkle out in left field, 30 points back of Mulipola, but they would both jump to the top 2 with a win. We'll see if MVP points will have anything to say about what the leaderboard looks like at the end, at the very top. First, it's Courtney Gano and Georgina Korick. Strike 1 from Korick to start off the 9th. Nicole Rangel Mendez is the runner at second base. Gano pops this one up, shallow right field. Filler, it's a tough spot, but makes the catch over the shoulder for out number 1.
And you knew with Team Fischer being down by 2 runs, they're probably not gonna go to the small ball. They're gonna try to hit the ball out into the grass. Gano gets jammed up on this one, and Filler coming up with a nice catch out into right field.
130th pitch coming for Georgina Korick. That is gorgeous. So much movement on that pitch.
And it looks the same coming out of the hand as some of her other pitches too. And like I said, she doesn't drop a ton down in velocity, 56 miles per hour. Makes it really difficult to sit on that pitch.
Korick with a 1-1 count to Gwen Svekis. Soft grounder in foul territory, strike 2. Svekis 0 for 3 in this one. Homered in game 1 today. Trying to find the magic again. Mariah Mazon is on deck. 1-2, Gwen Svekis, left field, into the night, gone, we're tied at 5, unbelievable! Gwen Svekis have a day.
This game just keeps delivering the drama. And it's Gwen Svekis going after a rise ball up and inside, and she knows it again. As soon as that ball leaves her bat, she knew she just tied up this ball game. Absolutely unreal. The bat of Gwen Svekis coming alive at just the right time.
Unbelievable. This is incredible.
270 feet. That's a monster for the home run shot.
You know, I'm singing.
The bases are empty. There's one out for Mariah Mazon. Can they end it in the 9th now? Danielle O'Toole at the top of the leaderboard just found new life with that 2-run home run. And Gwen Svekis most likely just took one of those MVP spots. Oh, maybe no matter how this game ends after that swing.
We said it was going to come down to who gets that timely hit. So far, a couple of players popped to mind when it comes to extra innings coming through for their teams.
Catches the inside corner. 1-1 count to Mariah Mazon. Just remember, there are no individual stat points as Mazon got the crowd off their feet and Team Fischer out of their dugout because they thought they just went back-to-back to win it. One-two count from Corrick. Swing and a miss. Corrick responds, and there's 2 down.
After watching that long foul ball go down the left field line, she didn't want to chance it with a pitch inside. Goes with the curveball away to get Mazon swinging.
Allie Harrell, who was surprised in the first meeting of her new team, Team Fischer, when they told her she was being offered a spot in the championship season in Rosemont. Her and Sydney Littlejohn both offered contracts here at AUX and both already signed those, so you'll see them both in a month's time in the championship season. 2-0 count to Harrell. Can the rookie deliver? Outside, ball 3. Still 100 win points on the line. Off speed again, that's her bread and butter. She's came to that every time she's had a 3-0 counter, really needed a pitch, that's been the one.
She has so much confidence that she's going to throw it for a strike, and she throws it at different locations too. That one just clipping the lower part of the strike zone.
Back at it, Harrell, left field, Zerkle, in trouble, over her head. Allie Harrell rounds first, she's headed to second, the throw is not in time. A double for Allie Harrell.
Team Fischer making some great swing adjustments in the bottom of the 9th inning, going up against Georgina Corrick. Allie Harrell hit a deep fly ball in her last at-bat, and she continues to make adjustments, gets her barrel even further on top of this one, and drives it over the head of Morgan Zerkle in left field for a stand-up double.
Trying to finish AUX, giving the Golden Snitches a win.
I think that's what those wings flapping are, like a snitch.
Yeah. Down low, ball 1 to Sis Bates. One 1-0 count. The winning run at second base. Nice spot from Corrick for strike 1. Back to that spot. She likes it, and she gets the call again. 1-2. Trying to go to the 10th inning here in San Diego. Corrick's 145 pitches, a new Athletes Unlimited softball record. 146, and we are going to the 10th. Thanks to another huge swing from Gwen Svekis.
Gwen Svekis just wanted to make sure we got some more free softball in San Diego. This 2-run shot ties it up, and we head to the 10th inning.
You won't have to wait long for more Athletes Unlimited action here on ESPN. July 21st, lacrosse begins in Maryland. 8 days later, the softball championship season begins in Rosemont. I can't wait. We might be flying straight to Chicago from here the way this game is going.
At this rate, we've got unlimited drama in San Diego, extra innings galore.
I see what you did there. Unlimited drama.
Like that?
You're learning. Gwen Svekis, Danielle O'Toole's new best friend, keeping this game going. And a new pitcher in for Team Fischer. All those hitters in the dugout gonna see what they can do against Mariah Mazon. We've seen her everywhere. She's 1-1, a 3.89 ERA. Came in late due to an injury, and she's played a big part in how this thing turns out.
Well, she's played great out in right field in today's ball game, but she's really going to shine here in the top of the 10th inning, getting her chance to try to shut down Team Zerkle, give her team an opportunity to win this ball game.
Sam Fischer, they're trying to figure out some substitutions right now. Gwen Svekis was in right field. I think Nicole Rangel-Mendez is going to go out there right now. Mazon's warming up, but Fico's also over talking right now, and I think Fico's going to go to the pen to get ready. This is intense. So you can see it on everybody's face, the players in the dugout. Keep in mind, sitting at home, if you're a member of the Athletes Unlimited Club, you can vote on the MVPs. You could potentially decide who sits atop the leaderboard and is the first ever AUX softball champion. Nadia Taylor in the 8th inning thought she might have helped her team win it with an RBI single. So Svekis originally was in right field. She has to come in, put her catcher's gear on. Now she's behind the plate for Mariah Mazon. Runner at second is Mulipola. And we are in the 10th inning. We've played now, this will be the 18th inning here on the final day. The first game went to 8 innings. This one, who knows? Morgan Zerkle. She's got a chance to sit atop the leaderboard. Deja Mulipola has a chance to sit atop the leaderboard. They've got to win this game. Nadia Taylor to lead off the 10th. Inside, Taylor gets plunked. She has just been abused the last 2 days on the field.
That did not look like it felt good. We know that Mariah Mazon brings the ball with really good velocity too. High 60s, she'll even touch 70. Yeah, got Nadia, looks like right on the side. It has been a rough couple of days for Nadia. You mentioned the hit by pitch yesterday, slipping in the mud at third base.
The foul ball off the helmet might have been the word. The one on the foot did sound bad.
That was very scary.
Lily Piper. I mean, if anything, they've got forces everywhere now with Taylor on first. 0-1 count from Mazon. Piper goes for it, 0-2. Big pitch coming from the rookie, Mariah Mazon, who a week ago didn't know she'd be here. Piper's up there swinging.
Piper's a batter that stands way off the plate too. Seems like she's communicating with some of her teammates to see if that was going to be called a ball or a strike. I think that one would have been a ball, and along with the previous 2 pitches, I think those are all balls outside that she's gone after.
0-2. Back inside, down the line, fair ball. Mulipola coming around, Taylor coasting to third, It's a double for Lily Piper.
Good swing by Lily Piper again. She was fouling off that outside pitch because she wanted something inside. She stands off of the plate to try to bait pitchers to throw her there, but that's right in her wheelhouse. Turns on this pitch, drives it straight down the line past the diving glove of Sam Fischer, and Deja Mulipola is going to score easily on that hit out to left.
She's fired up, trying to put her team captain and Deja Mulipola at the top of the leaderboard.
I'm a little bit surprised that they came back inside to her.
I was just about to ask you, you just keep going outside?
She was
so far off the plate.
She was fishing at those pitches too. Those ones weren't even close, and if they're going to chase those pitches, typically you'll see pitchers continuing to move the ball further and further away until you can prove that you're not going to swing at them. But they tried to jam her up inside, but that's what she was looking for.
Jordan Roberts. This is probably the best chance they've had to really break it open here in extras with second and third and nobody out.
I get the feeling at this point too, no lead is safe.
No.
The way that Team Fischer swing the bat in extras.
Right side, Harrell has it, and there's one away. Big out number one.
Line drive straight to Allie Harrell, has to move to her left just a little bit. It's a big first out with two runners in scoring position.
Mazon walks a new ball. Andrea Filler, 7th on the leaderboard. Inside, ball one. Filler a sac bunt her last time up. She led off the 9th inning to put Shannon Rhodes in position to score their first run of the 9th. 2-0 count from Mazon. One away, second and third. Swing and a miss.
Primarily, we're seeing Mariah Mazon work east to west, a lot of pitches that are about thigh-high inside and then goes to this curveball thigh-high outside. Gets a swing and miss here, but I'd love to see her go a little bit more north and south, try to work that rise ball in.
Stays outside, Filler swings through it, but more south right there.
Yeah, there's that drop ball too, 69 miles per hour, and you can see that late, sharp movement it has working its way down in the zone and away from Andrea Filler.
2-2 count. 6-5 the lead for Team Zerkle. Back outside, she gets Filler.
I like that she stuck with that spot after getting the swing and miss on the pitch before. You can see the rotation on this ball. It's a good looking pitch coming out of her hand. Again, if she can try to work more parts of the zone, get it up and a little bit more down, that's when you're going to see more of those strikeouts.
Strike one on the outside corner. Alicia Ocasio, last year's champion with a base hit, could make this a 3-run game. Outside, ball one. She's a gamer. I mean, her batting average has not been tremendous in this AUX season, but there was a time you would expect her to come through. It's right here. Swing and a miss. Mazon, great pitch down low.
That drop ball's really working for her here. Goes to it inside to Alicia Ocasio. Would not be surprised if she goes to it again.
Big pitch. Outside corner. Ocasio goes down looking. A 1-run game going to the bottom of the 10th. Mariah Mazon dances out of a jam.
And just when it looked like Team Zerkle was going to pile up the runs in the top of the 10th inning, back-to-back strikeouts get Team Fischer in the dugout to pick up the bats.
There it is, the book of unlimited, and we still don't know what name goes in as champion of the first ever AUX softball season. We will find out shortly. Will it be Danielle O'Toole? She sits on top right now, but she needs Team Fischer to come through, or else Deja Mulipola will jump O'Toole to that top spot, and we will have to wait for MVP voting. Morgan Zerkle, she's right behind Mulipola, just 30 points back. Hayward leading off, ball one. Georgina Korick just threw her 332nd pitch in Series 3 alone. Hayward right side, Filler goes to third, 2 runners on. And it was an awkward position where Piper was at first base.
It looked like Lily Piper for a second thought about going after that ground ball, but then realized somebody has to be at first to cover the base. This is what speed's going to do. It's going to create chaos out in the infield. And because Andrea Filler knew that Lily Piper wasn't at first, she fires it across the diamond to third base, and smart by Sis Bates to stay put on third.
Who else would you want up other than Megan Wiggins, the 12-year veteran? How many of these situations has she been in? First and third, and she's got speed on the pass. The winning run is Victoria Hayward. Sis Bates, the tying run at third base. 0-1 count from Korick to Wiggins. Swinging, off the glove of Romero. Tie ball game. Hayward is second. Nobody out and 2 on.
That was an absolute missile coming off the bat of Megan Wiggins. Goes with this outside pitch. And because the infield was playing more shallow, it tips off of Sydney Romero's glove, goes out into the outfield, and Sis Bates scores to tie up this ball game.
Sam Fischer coming to the plate. Danielle O'Toole will stay on top if Fischer can come through. This is unbelievable. 10 innings, and we still don't know on the final day of the season. 6-6. The scoreboard's almost comical. The line score, zeros from 3 through 7, and then 1, 2, 1 matching each other, 8, 9, and 10.
Everything practically identical, even down to the hits. Team Zerkle has 1 more hit than Team Fischer.
Korick to Fischer. This is popped up on the infield. Romero calls off Taylor and makes the grab for out number 1.
Couple of fly ball outs in a row for Sam Fischer. Gets the pitch that she's hunting, but again, underneath it. Bit jammed up on that one too, but still runners on first and second with 1 away.
Nicole Rangel-Mendez takes a huge cut. It gets away from Mulipola, and the runners advance. The winning run at third base with 1 out.
And this completely changes the game plan for Nicole Rangel-Mendez, because now you're just looking for something up enough in the zone to drive it out to the grass. She takes a big cut at this one, and it just tips off of Deja's glove back behind the plate. A rare miscue for Mulipola, but allows both runners to advance.
Sis Bates has already come across. She was the tying run. Nicole Rangel-Mendez watches outside, ball 1. Korick in a jam, still a smile on her face. 1-1 pitch, outside, ball 2. 2-1 count for Rangel Mendez. Check, swing, went around. I think it was a strike anyway, 2-2.
That pitch is just filthy. Pulls the string on it. Took a long time for Rangel Mendez to process, so that's an off-speed pitch coming in there.
Big pitch, 2-2. Upstairs, full count. It's an open base. Courtney Gano on deck. 158 coming from Corrick. Off speed, popped up, out of play. If you're Rangel Mendez at the plate, what's your thought process right now?
You're taking a hack at anything close, and I think she made a good adjustment right there. Another off-speed pitch and got just enough of it to foul it straight back.
3-2. Another foul ball.
Sometimes as a batter, you gain more and more confidence the more pitches that you see, especially with this being her first at-bat off the cork tonight. More foul balls, you get your timing down.
3-2, outside, ball 4. Bases loaded.
Corrick goes with a screwball outside. It's a good looking pitch right there.
That's what her infield thought too.
Not sure where that one missed. Home plate umpire calls that one for ball 4. Tough spot for Georgina Corrick now.
Courtney Gano with the bases loaded and 1 out. Watches ball 1 low. She's 1 for 4 with a 2-run home run back in the 2nd inning hours ago. 1-0. Swinging, Gano! She's done it! A walk-off grand slam to finish the AUX season! That is unbelievable. Danielle O'Toole sits atop the Geico leaderboard as it stands right now. And she's wondering, is that it? The celebration's begun. There's a good chance it could be Danielle O'Toole. What a swing from Courtney Gano. I don't think there was any other way to end it. A grand slam. Gano's 2nd home run in the game. When we're looking at the MVP points, they have not added in the win points yet. But when you're talking MVP points, you know Gano's probably going to be at the top of that list. And Danielle O'Toole sits in prime position to be the first ever AUX softball champion. What a night for Courtney Gano, and what a finish for her in Series 3. She is on fire heading to the championship series. All eyes on Danielle O'Toole right now.
Give us what they want. Come on!
She makes her way to the field. We'll have our awards ceremony. She will be thanking Courtney Gano if the leaderboard holds. Georgina Corrick has been spectacular, but Gano saw that the whole way, and she knew it. Absolutely crushed. Madison Shipman heading down to the field. Love the reaction from Victoria Hayward. Unbelievable. Team Fischer wins it. There it is. As soon as that touched the bat, everybody knew it. Sydney Littlejohn Watkins, she had an incredible season. They are voting right now on the game MVPs. That's all that Danielle O'Toole is waiting on. Everybody making their way out onto the field from Team O'Toole, who played in game one, waiting for the award ceremony. That was an incredible game. Georgina Cork was tremendous in the circle. Alyssa Denham came in relief. And it's Team Fischer who has those two still on top. Danielle O'Toole and her first draft pick in the Series 3 draft earlier this week. Both at the top of the leaderboard.
Let's just bring it this way. Does somebody want to? Well, I can't make it that far out to the pitcher's mound.
Courtney Gano, the hero, as we await our award ceremony down on the field. Those two were tremendous in Series 3. Danielle O'Toole might have captained her way to a champion spot and a spot in the Book of Unlimited.
Is that the final standings? Your hair's really cute, by the way. I wanted to say that earlier, but I appreciate that.
Still waiting for that official word is Danielle O'Toole. Let's go down to the field. Madison Shipman with Danielle O'Toole.
You were sitting there, yeah. You were sitting there, you were watching the game. That game had so much drama, everything in it. You're sitting there watching. What's going through your head when you're watching this game unfold?
Dang, this is a good game right now. And Georgina pitched a hell of a game, and the pitchers for Black held it together. So I don't know. That's what was going through my head. I don't want to think about anything else, but it was a great game.
And we knew with this new format, a lot of games in a short amount of time. What do you think was the key to your prep to be successful here at AUX?
I spent the last 7 months in rehab on my arm, and then I really took a good hard look at what I was doing to prep for this. So I was already ready, and then coming in here and having to play 18 games in that short amount of time, I just really tried to take care of my body, tried to take care of my arm, and I had stellar teams the whole series, all 3 series. So that's what it was, is a lot of teamwork and a lot of just belief in myself.
And we thought it was really interesting how at the beginning of the season it was all hitters, but then really these pitchers pushing towards the end, especially you specifically. What was changing for you?
I don't know. I just think you see these people so many times in a row, and you just kind of have to go with your stuff and whatever. They always say go with your best pitch, instead of whatever the hitters is, it's go with your best pitch. So I just went with my best stuff. I actually got rid of a couple pitches, and I just went straight into what I know that I can do, and I did it.
And of course, more softball coming up at the end of July. What's something that you learned here from AUX that you can take into that championship season?
Just that I really worked hard on clearing my mind and getting my mental health to a really good point. And I think that I can just kind of roll with that. I think I'm in a good place right now. My heart's happy. Look at all my friends are here. This is what this is about. Look at all these women here. This is incredible. With everything that's going on in the world right now, and it's a tough time for women. Today, and especially this game tonight, just going to tell me that no matter what happens, we are going to persevere, and we're going to make sure that our voices are heard.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations on a great season.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Madison. Danielle O'Toole could very well be the champion, but we will find out here from PA announcer Heather Jordan with the awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an incredible 2 weeks here in San Diego. Final MVP votes are in, and it is time to announce the results. First, we have the Geico Defensive MVP Award, And that is going to a person wearing gold this final series. Shortstop number 22, Sis Bates. And this is no surprise for fans here. She has been stellar all season long. There's a reason she made SportsCenter's top 10 twice over these last 2 weeks. Sis played this season for Players for Pits. A big congratulations going out to number 22, Sis Bates. And now to our leaderboard results and the medals. Are you ready? In third place for Team Blue, she was a catcher, number 15, Deja Mulipola. Deja played for RBI Austin, and she was no stranger to the top spot on the leaderboard this season. A big congratulations to our third place person, Deja Mulipola. And here we go. In second place from Team Orange, she's a pitcher, 00, Rachel Garcia. Rachel was a big home run hitter, making her Athletes Unlimited debut here in San Diego. And Rachel played for the Women's Sports Foundation. Let's give it up one more time for Rachel Garcia. And our first place vote getter, our inaugural AUX champion from Team Orange. She was a pitcher this season, number 3, Danielle O'Toole. Danielle tied for the league lead with 4 wins in the Zerkle and tallied 990 win points. She also played for the Frosted Faces Foundation. Once again, a big congratulations to our inaugural AUX champion, number 3, Danielle O'Toole.
I don't know. No.
There you have it, the end of our inaugural AUX softball season, and you could not have scripted it any crazier than that. If you would have, people would not have believed you. Alongside Madison Shipman, I'm Chucky Kemp. Your thoughts?
I was just so impressed with the way that these players played from start to finish. And it started out, it was all hitters, and then it was a pitcher that made the push right there at the end. Danielle O'Toole, so consistent from the start to the end, and she's the ultimate champion here at AUX.
I can't imagine a better way to look forward to the championship season. The performances we saw, I can't wait.
We've got more softball to play. That's what we want to see. We want to see more opportunities for these young women, these athletes to compete out there, and we're going to see it in July in the championship season.
An incredible season here in San Diego comes to a close. Danielle O'Toole, the inaugural AUX softball champion. For Madison Shipman, Key Michael, and our entire crew here in San Diego, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Chucky Kemp. We send you to a recap, a look back at an incredible AUX season.
I'm excited to be a part of this movement.
It's our time to shine. It's a new start. We're on the field competing for another championship.
You want to talk about Athletes Unlimited? The future is unlimited.
We're gonna start a revolution. We're gonna raise the rising tide. We're gonna start a revolution.
1, 2, 3.
3 up, 3 down.
Strike 3. Deja vu for Deja Mulipola. Ball's flying today here in San Diego. Sachel Palacios, a huge grand slam. What a play, Sis Bates. Air Andrews doing her thing. The superstar has returned. Rachel Garcia doing it again. The chase is on now.
This is coming down to the last day.